5 minutes.
Oh, okay. We're here based on two completely fabricated, unsupported, and never used before articles of impeachment. This is completely debasing and demeaning the impeachment clause of the United States Constitution, and it is a gross, gross injustice to the credibility of this institution. In your opening statement, Mr. Chairman, you quoted James Madison as saying that the impeachment clause is designed to remove bad men in office. But notably, the impeachment clause is not designed to remove bad policy from the office. And the definition of bad men, as Professor Pearlstein said, is an individual who abuses his power for personal gain. It has never, ever, there's never been an impeachment in the history of the United States where someone has been impeached for something other than the abuse of power for purposes outside of his official duties. That is for elections, and that is for legislation. This, on the other hand, is an impeachment process that you are moving forward because you claim that Secretary Mayorkas, who's obviously working under the direction of President Biden, is failing to secure the border. The irony of the fact that Secretary Mayorkas has spent the last 2 months plus with a bipartisan group of senators negotiating legislation that would address the problems at the border should not be lost on anyone. You are sitting here right now trying to impeach a Secretary of Homeland Security for neglecting his duties literally while he is trying to perform his duties and negotiate legislation. Now, the real reason we are here, as we all know, is because Donald Trump wants to run on immigration as his #1 issue in the November 2024 election. And you don't have to take my word for it, because he said it himself. And last week, numerous Republicans echoed his call. Why would we actually solve the problems at the border when it is such a good political message to use for the election? And Leader McConnell even reiterated in a closed-door meeting of the Republican members of the Senate that we're in a quandary, he said, because our candidate wants to run on immigration, and we don't want to get in the way of our candidate. Now, I know this weekend I saw Chairman McCall on TV and others, and you're changing your tune now because you said the quiet part out loud that this is all about politics, and so now it's, oh no, the president can do it without legislation. Never mind that you've been calling for H.R. 2 this entire Congress. No, now it's he can do it himself. Well, he's tried to do it himself. He's tried. He's passed numerous policies that would have streamlined the asylum process through ports of entry where migrants are vetted, that would have presumptively made ineligible anyone trying to cross the border in between ports of entry, and would have done a number of different things to address the problems. Republicans went to court to sue him, to stop him from implementing the policies to address the border. So your own party is sabotaging and undermining this administration's efforts to address the border while you are trying to impeach him by saying that they're not addressing the border. The hypocrisy is the least of it. Your attack on the rule of law and our democracy is the worst of it. And you better be careful about the bed that you make, I yield back.
The gentleman yields, and I appreciate the gentleman